What if I told you that there's a secret to living a fulfilling life at 70? And it's not what you think. It's not about how much money you've saved, or how many people you have around you. It's something deeper. Something that most people only discover when they've lived through the highs and lows of life. When my grandmother turned 70, she told me something I'll never forget. She said, "Life changes, darling. But if you build the right things to hold you up, you'll never feel like you're falling." At the time, I didn't fully understand what she meant. It sounded poetic, almost mystical. But now, I know those words carry a wisdom you can only gain with time. And that's what this video is about. Those right things she mentioned. 6 pillars. 6 foundations that can hold you steady, bring you joy, and give your life meaning no matter what comes your way. But I'm not going to just tell you what they are. Instead, let me share with you the stories of people who've built these pillars in their own lives, step by step. By the time we reach the end, you'll not only know what these pillars are, but you'll see how they can transform your life too. Health, your lifeline. Health is often described as wealth, but we don't fully appreciate it until it starts slipping away. By the time we reach our 70s, our body has carried us through decades of triumphs, challenges, and everything in between. Maintaining health isn't about chasing youth. It's about respecting your body and giving it the care it deserves. Take Mr. James, for example. At 72, he could have accepted his health struggles as inevitable. He was diagnosed with high blood pressure and arthritis, and for a while he felt defeated. But one day he decided to make a change. His first step: walking. It wasn't a grand transformation. He started with just 10 minutes a day, walking to the end of his street and back. Gradually, those walks grew longer. Then he began swapping processed snacks for fresh fruits and vegetables. Not because he wanted to follow a diet, but because he wanted to feel better. Now, every morning he's out at the park, briskly walking and chatting with friends. It's about showing up for yourself, he says. Even when it's hard. The secret to good health isn't perfection. It's about consistency, listening to your body, and making small, manageable changes that add up over time. Whether it's regular checkups, a gentle yoga class, or even just drinking more water, every step counts. Financial stability, your peace of mind. Financial stability isn't just about having money, it's about freedom. The freedom to live without constant worry, to enjoy the little things, and to face the future with confidence. Aunt Lydia, now 75, embodies this idea. She spent her life working as a school librarian, earning a modest income. She didn't have the luxury of large investments or extravagant vacations, but she made a habit of saving what she could, even if it was just a few dollars at a time. Her savings became her safety net. Today, Lydia doesn't worry about unexpected expenses. Instead, she focuses on what brings her joy. Friday flowers from the farmer's market, gifts for her grandchildren, and occasional trips to the theater with her friends. I don't need much, she says, but I like knowing I can enjoy the things that matter to me. Financial stability doesn't mean you have to be wealthy. It means planning wisely, living within your means, and prioritizing the things that make your life richer. Not in dollars, but in experiences. Family, your anchor in the storm. Family can be a source of immense strength, but it's also one of life's most complex relationships. By the time you reach 70, you've likely weathered your share of family joys and challenges. Maria's father is a perfect example of this. After losing his wife of 40 years, he became withdrawn and distant. Maria, however, refused to let their bond fade. She began writing him weekly letters. These weren't long or elaborate, just short notes about her day, fond memories, and little jokes. At first, he didn't reply, but she persisted. Over time, those letters became phone calls, and eventually Sunday breakfasts. Now, their family gathers every week to laugh, share stories, and strengthen their connection. Family relationships take effort, especially as life pulls us in different directions. But when nurtured, they become an unshakable foundation. And remember, family doesn't always mean blood relatives. It's the people who love and support you no matter what. Friendships. The spark of joy. If family is your anchor, friendships are the wind in your sails. They lift you up, make you laugh, and remind you that life is meant to be shared. Harold and Tom, both in their late 70s, have been friends for over 5 decades. Every Wednesday, they meet at their community garden. Harold grows tomatoes. Tom grows peppers. Together, they make salsa for the neighborhood. "We've been through everything together," Harold says. Marriages, kids, retirement. This garden is just an excuse to keep showing up for each other. Friendships require effort, especially as we age. It's easy to lose touch, but small gestures, a phone call, a coffee date, or even a simple text, can keep those bonds alive. Surrounding yourself with positive, uplifting people is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Hobbies. The key to staying young at heart. Hobbies aren't just about passing the time. They're about reigniting your passion for life. They remind you that learning, creating, and exploring never go out of style. When my mother turned 68, she signed up for a pottery class. At first, she doubted herself. "What if I'm no good?" she asked. But as she shaped her first bowl, lopsided and imperfect, she couldn't stop smiling. By 70, she had turned her hobby into a small business, selling her creations at local fairs. "It's not about the money," she says. "It's about finding something that makes me feel alive." Whether it's painting, gardening, knitting, or playing an instrument, hobbies keep your mind sharp, your spirit engaged, and your heart full. Spirituality, your inner compass. Spirituality means different things to different people, but at its core, it's about finding peace and purpose. For Diane, spirituality is as simple as her morning routine. Every day, she sits on her porch with a cup of tea, closes her eyes, and listens to the birds. "This is my prayer," she says. "It reminds me to be grateful for another day." Spirituality doesn't have to be tied to religion. It can be found in nature, meditation, journaling, or even acts of kindness. It's the quiet voice that guides you through life's uncertainties and helps you stay grounded. So, what are the 6 pillars my grandmother spoke of? By now, you've seen them in action. Health to keep you strong. Financial stability to give you freedom. Family to ground you. Friendships to uplift you. Hobbies to inspire you. Spirituality to give you peace. These pillars are the foundation of a fulfilling life, no matter your age. And the best part, you don't have to wait until you're 70 to start building them. My grandmother's words echo in my heart every day. If you build the right things to hold you up, you'll never feel like you're falling. So, which pillar will you start strengthening today? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Because no matter how old you are, it's never too late to create a life worth leaning on.